Blues, your source for all things Everton. My name's Connor Williams, and this is a match preview for the Merseyside derby this weekend at Anfield. There is some news about Liverpool's team, some injury news that broke today as well, which I mean has gone in our favour. It's a big player missing, who I'll get onto when we do like their side, but it's a big player missing for them. So yeah, we'll have to be very we'll have to sort of hope to target that side where they're missing. In terms of Everton, we'll get onto our team as well and who I think he'll play, where I think he'll play them. Head to heads, we've played in the head to heads of all Merseyside derbies. This isn't just Anfield, this is all of them. Sort of like we've got 14 wins for Liverpool, 13 draws and 2 wins for Everton. That's going as far back as 2010, so over the 10 years, which is absolutely dreadful. I knew the derbies weren't great, but I didn't realise our record was just that bad. 2 wins in 10 years. One of them was obviously during COVID at Anfield, which was our first win there in like over 20 years, was it? Something like that. Certainly the first win I can remember in my lifetime. I don't think it is the first one in my lifetime, but it's definitely the first one I can remember. So absolutely mind-blowing. 14 wins for Liverpool, 13 draws and 2 wins for Everton. Wowee. That is something. There's no shock that Liverpool are the bookies' favourite leading into this as well, if you're fussed on that sort of stuff. Yeah, obviously we come into this on a bit of a mixed bag of a run. Beating Bournemouth was obviously huge for the players' momentum leading into this. Saw another article today. I think it was by Pat Tridge, I'm going to say, on Twitter, but it was for Opta. Just data analysis saying about how we're underperforming, but we should be doing better, which I think is an underlying theme with us. That win over Bournemouth puts us in 16th, Liverpool are 4th. Liverpool average at 2.25 goals per match, whereas we're averaging 1.12. Liverpool are conceding 1.12 goals per match, and we're conceding 1.5 goals per match. So that's not massively different. We're conceding a goal and a bit, a goal and a half. They're conceding just over a goal. It's not massively, drastic. They're probably our hardest game so far because of the mentality and who they are, and the mentality of Everton. Under the pressure of a Merseyside derby, etc., etc. I don't think they are the hardest in terms of quality. I think Arsenal would be a very, very good team. I think they just edge Liverpool nowadays. But they are in terms of it's the Merseyside derby. We know what habit we have of not turning up for these. Or when we do, the best we can muster is a draw. There have been a couple where we should have won last year at Goodison, was it? The Cody header. There's been a couple with Andre Gomez. I think got a chance that was it off or he missed it. It could have won that. There have been times where we look nailed on like we're going to win them and we just don't. And we have took some hammerings. The one in the FA Cup to the children, the 1-0, that was devastating. We took some hammerings as well, like 5-2, 4-1. Some really tough results, 4-0s. So yeah. Anyway, into our team. No, into Liverpool's team first we'll go. Who, by the way, Liverpool, I know we've had a tough start coming in, losing to Luton, beating Villa, a bit of a mixed bag. Liverpool have come in quite strong, unfortunately, in the form table. They obviously lost to Tottenham Hotspur a couple of weeks ago, but they've beat West Ham, beat Wolves, beat Villa confidently as well. Beat Newcastle United second game of the season for them. Lost to Tottenham, beat Union St. Gallis, drew at Brighton. Brighton are a good team. And I think Liverpool play into them a little bit, play into their sort of what's the word? play into their game plan. Brighton like to pause on the ball, draw the press out. Liverpool are a relentless pressing team, so it sort of was a recipe for disaster there. As we learned last year, the best thing for to face Brighton is just to hold off, don't press. Um, but Liverpool do have a couple of players missing. I believe Curtis Jones is suspended. Thiago Alcantara, it looks to be missing as well. Stefan Bakitic is supposedly missing, and so is Cody Gakpo. This is according to FotMob. And today it broke that Andy Robertson's going to miss like 10 weeks of football, so he won't be back till November. Was it? I swear it was 10 weeks. FotMob have got him coming back at mid-November, though, which doesn't mathematically work out. But I sure they said it was a lengthy amount on Twitter. So yeah, Andy Robertson missing a fair amount of time for Liverpool, which is probably the one that I'm more I don't want to say like buzzing for. Um, it's the one that I think is best going in our favour. In terms of he's a big player for them to be missing, and you know, in any time, but in the Merseyside derby, that's a tough player to be missing. I don't know who gets that left back slot for them now. I know Joe Gomez has played there a little bit. I know Tsimikas is the only actual left back at the club, so it depends what he does. I mean, you could try and play Gomez as an inverted fullback if he wants to, but I think he's probably going to play Tsimikas out on the left hand side. But like I said, Andy Robertson, big relief for us. One, he's a bit of a snide, so in the derbies, it's always a little bit grating watching him. For what it's worth, I don't want to say it on an Everton channel, but he is, a good player. He is a bit of a snide though, and he is a bit aggressive, and he does tend to wind people up. So the fact he's missing mentally is brilliant as well for us, as well as obviously physical ability is not there. But apart from that, I think they've got apart from the people I've just mentioned, they've got their pretty much main squad. Looking at the Brighton game. They played Robertson, who's missing, Van Dijk, Matip, Trent, Alexander-Arnold, Szoboszlai, McAllister, Elliot, Nunes, Diaz, Salah. Salah got two then. Of course he did. Took him out of fantasy because he was scoring blanks. Put somebody who was on form, and turns out it got it the wrong way around. But yeah, like I said, midfield there as well. Not exactly got a midfield dynamo who's defensive. They have got pressing forwards, pressing midfielders, but none of them that are going to sit back. So maybe that's somewhere we can look at exploiting as well. And then obviously the upfront bit, which is going to cause us the most problems. Luis Diaz, very good player. Nunes, also a very good player, and Mo Salah, who, if he's just finding form, then that'd be just Everton's luck. In terms of Everton, I don't believe there's much different for us. Seamus Coleman out, Dele Alli out, Andre Gomez out. I think Idrissa Gana Gay might still be out as well. Which is another one. I don't think Sean Dyche has done his press conference yet, but I'm not too sure at the time of recording if he has or not. But he's a big one to miss out. Apparently he's in contention. Everton news: Idrissa Gay's in contention for Sean Dyche. So that's probably good for us having Idrissa Gay. Still very good defensive player. I think at games like this, playing him there, playing Onana alongside him, Decore in front, and then I can see him sticking James Garner on the right, which we'll get into in a minute. But I think games like this, Idrissa Gana Gay's got to play for a bit. Definitely got to start off like that and see how it goes. I'd love James Garner to play and then for us to play the way we did against Bournemouth, but I don't think you can go to Anfield and do that. In terms of our 11, yeah, I think He's going to relatively stick the same shape, this 4-4-1-1, 4-2-3-1, 4-5-1, whatever you want to call it. I think he's going to stick with Pickford. Mykolenko, who got an assist for the Ukraine in the internationals midweek. I think he's going to stick with Branthwaite and Tarkowski. That's a great little partnership for him. Why change it? Just don't. Right back, it depends where Patterson's at. I can see him picking Ashley Young because of experience, but I hope he picks Patterson, especially if he goes with Garner on the right, because Patterson will need to make those runs down the right-hand side, overlapping him. And I'm just a bit concerned about what Ashley Young offers going forward. I don't think his crossing has been up to par. His set pieces, his corners definitely haven't. So yeah, I think he'll stick with Young, but it's easy to argue it should be Patterson. In the centre, I think it's going to be Onana, Decore in the one in front of them, and I think it's going to be Idrissa Gueye, and I think it's going to be James Garner on the right, Dwight McNeil on the left, and Calvert-Lewin up front. He could stick with Harrison on the right, McNeil on the left, Garner in the middle instead of Idrissa Gueye. He could do. I just don't know if past times have shown that is what he's going to do. I'm just going off what he's done in the past. Here's the thing. Garner can tuck into if he plays out on the right, he can come and tuck in to give more of a midfield numerical advantage in midfield. Their midfielders are pressing midfielders. They're not really, I wouldn't say they're defensive, but they are very good on the press. Maybe an extra body in there could be useful, but it's yet to be seen. Decore, I think, will play just an absolute engine. I don't know if we really fully have anyone that can play that role as well as him, or possibly at all, because it's almost like a 10, but it's not a 10. It's like an advancing centre mid. Maybe Harrison could, but that's just being like, I don't know, like Football Manager fantasy booking. Then because there's no definite, but I think he probably could play there. But you wouldn't get I don't know if you get the constant running that the Corey offers and the tackling and stuff, etc., that the Corey brings to it. Calvert-Lewin, I think, has to start. He's on form, isn't he? Didn't score against Bournemouth, but had a really brilliant game against them nonetheless. Probably should have got a goal for his performance, but yeah, he'll play. And I think we will stick with the original shape. There's no point changing it. Like there's no point going for a 4-4-2 because we'll get absolutely annihilated here. This isn't the game to be experimenting. I think we saw when we did try that 4-4-2 for a short period of the Luton game that it just seemed a little bit like people were passing us by. So yeah, it's worth bearing that in mind. In terms of a score, I'm gonna go with a draw. I'm gonna go with a draw. I think there are chances for us to capitalise on Liverpool missing Robertson. I'm gonna go with 1-1. Yeah, I'm gonna go with 1-1 draw. That's being optimistic because I don't want to say a loss on the channel. I mean, we could win, but we've only won once in my lifetime, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, 1-1, Everton, Liverpool at a weekend. I hope I'll take a draw here. We need points on the board, and that'll do. Getting a point here is massive. When you think our next couple of games, they get tough now. We've had the easy period. We've got Liverpool, West Ham, then we got Burnley in the cup, but it's a cup. Then Brighton, then Palace, then United, then Forest. I mean, they do get a little bit tougher there. So if we can get points wherever we need them, fantastic. I'll take that. Because yeah, it does look a bit dire. We face a lot of the top six coming up, so we need to get points. But that's all we got time for. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and comment down below your score predictions. Look forward to reading them. See you soon.